6, 5, 2. Happening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live, so we think. This is the Please Understand podcast. Always anticipating technical difficulties. Here we are, gentlemen. June 17th, rendition of the pod. How's it going, everybody? How we feeling tonight? How we getting through these tough sportsless times?
Yeah, we're hanging in there. I mean, there's still some stuff. There's some stuff. We got some things to talk about.
How are we doing? About as bad as can be expected, as usual. Which was
it's
probably a
Life in America,
fourth or fifth option for the pod title, which we reserve the right to switch at any time. Yeah, I start like these last, I don't know, however many pods where it's like, slow time for sports, and it's like, don't adjust. This is a new episode. But I feel like I'm booked solid here with this World Cup for the next 5 weeks, man. Like,
yes, sir.
We'll get to that, Jake. I know you've been, logging the man hours, and it's I'm loving it, man. So my plate is full. So I keep the World Cup coming. I know NBA Finals wrapped. Wolves rumors always popping off, and I think the draft. It's got to probably already be next Thursday,
Tuesday,
right?
Next Tuesday.
Tuesday, of course.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Yep.
What the fuck is even going on anymore?
I don't even know.
I was even talking last week too. Just when we were reviewing some World Cup. It sounds like there were a lot of changes because I was like, what the fuck? There's 48? Like, when did all this stuff happen? And I think this is a new some new shit is getting deployed this year. Again, casuals as we are. Because I was talking about, I didn't realize they were taking some third place teams this year. The hydration breaks are new. We'll talk about all that stuff and more. Or maybe less. We'll see. We're on the clock here. So let's dive right in, fellas. We'll go T-Wolves first. We'll try to stay on brand with Minnesota pod. By the way, yes, U.S. Open golf as well. For those on the live stream, we've got the agenda scrolling on the bottom. Please throw any comments you want in the chat. We will maybe get to them. And as always, like, subscribe, download, rate, review, whatever other options there are as well. Do those if it will impact us positively. All right. T-Wolves. Kyrie, it sounds like Krasinski had reported that on his pod the other day that's kind of now off the table. Before we get to that, I got another thing I just want to throw on here too, just as a continuous scroller of X. I'm kind of like just exhausted with all the rumor type stuff. Like even going back to like the deadline. Are you guys feeling that way? It's like how many like tweets of analysis can I really consume?
Believe
of like Ja and Kyrie? Like it's all kind of just been the same shit for a while now, and I'm kind of like I don't really even give a shit about trying to predict this anymore. Let me just react to whatever they do, because think back to the Gobert thing that came out of left field. So are we just wasting our time even like trying to prognosticate like what this roster is even going to be? I mean, shit.
I mean, it's nice to be on the rumor mill. Like that's kind of, it's a new thing for us.
Being in the mill.
Years, being on there. But yeah, I mean, it's just the same old thing. Like, I know we talked about it last week with the Giannis stuff. It's like, nope, they're out on Giannis. Oh, just kidding. They're back in, but they're going to take your whole team. Oh, they're back out again. So yeah, it's going to be one of those interesting things just leading up to the draft. Like, is Giannis the first, domino that has to fall? Maybe. But I definitely expect a shakeup soon. I don't know if it'll be like at the draft, but within the next couple weeks, like something's brewing for sure.
Yeah. Jake, are you how's your patience level at this point? Or you're kind of like fuck NBA anyway, so
yeah, pretty much for the most part. But it's the off season. Like, what else do you guys get to talk about? There's got to be something. So
yeah,
just to keep the socials alive, it's something to talk about on Wolves Twitter. So there's always going to be something. You gotta just take it or just scroll right past it like I do. It's fine.
Yep, that's where I'm getting at this point. Yeah, it seems like the Giannis stuff, like I think we said that last week, kind of has to happen first. But I don't recall a lot of years where moves get made prior to the draft. So I know there's draft picks that are going to be thrown around in lots of trades. And to think that will happen before Tuesday now, as if Thursday was like way different for trades. But I don't know. I think the Gobert thing happened like right around July 4th, maybe a little bit sooner than that. I remember it was like a Friday afternoon and it was like, holy shit, what happened? Like that was, I think, one of the later Woj bombs we got before he dipped out. But so I think a lot of people would have said, the odds on favorite would be just the simple Julius for Kyrie, that can buy us another year and we'll see what we look like with a point guard, all this kind of thing. And now Krasinski is saying on his pod that that's probably off the table. So Jake, if not Kyrie, then like what are we doing here? Like we damn sure can't be thinking about running this back.
No, Tim's definitely cooking something up. Just if I had my pick, I'd probably start leaning to if Kyrie's off the table, because that's my number one for sure. It would be him. And then number two, probably be maybe Kawhi then. See if Fun Guy is available at all with all his fuckery going on out there in LA. Does he own a tree business? Who knows?
Silver doesn't even care.
Yeah, he don't care. So
until he
gets on our team. Yeah, they don't be suspended for the year, the day after we trade for him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Maybe we should stay away.
That'll be sick.
I'd probably go Kawhi for my top choice. Giannis is still out there, but I think he's gonna be way too expensive still. The talks, if you're still reading the rumors, his price has gone down, but probably not enough. I still don't really care for Ja unless it's basically free, which sounds like it might be too. So I don't know. There's a lot of weird ones out there too, where I'm seeing just like, I don't know who's tweeting them out, but the second they hit the Twitter feed, it's just Wolves Twitter just spreads it like wildfire. Like I've seen some, I can't even talk about my head anymore, but there's a couple players out there that we're being tracked to. It's just like, what? Why would we make that trade? That makes no sense at all. Like that's a horrible fit for the team, but I don't know. It's just gonna keep us waiting though.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but actually, never mind. I do know about you guys. We need smart players on this team, and Ja Morant does not fit the bill. Like, yeah, it could be a fun story and whatever, but like, he just gets worse every single year, and he gets hurt more every single year. And look, you're not going to have like the perfect match. Like everybody's that's available for a trade, it has some sort of risk with them, some sort of injury history, or what have you. But like Ja Morant is not top of my list at all. And I keep seeing like De'Aaron Fox now too. It's like, why? I don't want him either, man. No, thank you. Did you just see you talk about loser ball? I called him a loser before we played that series. And like, what happened in the biggest moment? Like, he just made dumb mistake after dumb mistake, and he's about to make like $61 million or something coming up. That's why we got off the Carl wagon. So that's not for me either. I don't know. I don't believe that the Kyrie rumors are like dead. I never believe. They're like, yeah, that's dead. He's playing with Cooper Flag. I'm like, come on. You
thinking smokescreen on that? Because I kind of feel the same way. Like, and maybe that actually is true at this minute in time.
Right.
But I feel like, both sides, if you're looking at Julius, definitely our side. I think maybe there's more suitors for Kyrie out there. But from our perspective, like that just seems like the most plug and play option. So are they trying to smoke screen that? I really don't know. But yeah, it just seems kind of unusual that would be reported. But Krasinski's the dude. I'm not saying he's wrong, but like, is that being floated out there? But what would be the need for that even? From a smoke screen perspective.
It's a bizarre one. And also like Dallas is just saying, if that is true, they're like, no, Kyrie's not available because we want to see him play with Cooper Flag. It's like, it's not like he's like some young spring chicken. He's coming off a major injury and he's 34 years old. The contract is what's great about that whole thing. Like, yeah, he's a brain in the room, and if he's healthy, he's still one of the best. Especially if we're talking about ball handler. Like that guy's one of the best of all time. So I just can't believe that they would be like, yeah, 34-year-old coming off that major knee injury is off limits. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
And the ACL nowadays, it's not scaring me away like it would have. I know Andrew, I don't know if you guys saw his tweet. He had maybe it was last week at some point. He tweeted out kind of just like point guards with that surgery at his age. And it's not great once you pop the hood and do a little research under there. But like you said, ball handler, that's kind of exactly what we need, especially going up against the ball pressure of OKC and San Antonio, who are kind of your two roadblocks at this point, and certainly in the foreseeable future. And then you kind of get to look at all the other guys on our roster. How will they play with a point guard? Because it's been a little bit. And I know you had Conley in there, but it's not like he's a driving offensive force, to amplify everybody else's play. So that's why it's like, could you just do that for 1 year? But maybe now that you hear this Kyrie stuff and you're thinking, well, maybe that means they don't want a 1 year solution. We just tried to do a stopgap with Julius for 2 years, mixed results. I wouldn't say it's a disaster. He certainly could be at times. We damn sure know that. But maybe they're thinking bigger, thinking more long-term. But if that's the case, you're probably needing to expand this beyond Julius. And what does that look like? So I think everybody, I feel like we've talked about this plenty of times. I kind of ran that by Andrew as well. I'm trying to, for 1 year, if we can get rid of Julius, get a point guard in here who's pretty solid, if not, borderline all-star type. I want to see what that team looks like. And then if we're still in the same boat, by all means, swing for the fences next summer. Because, I was dabbling a little bit on YouTube, a little high last night, watching some Nas Reed mixtapes, highlights or whatever. And I first thought was like, this is like YouTube season, the summer, where I'm just, I got to look up some Ant highlights, stuff like that. You watch Nas and you're like, dude, the moves, if you just look at his best, you're like, this is an all-star talented player. So I feel like inserting him just into the starting lineup, we're going to get more consistency from him, just more consistency in his role. And it's time for him to start. So I'm looking at, the talent on our team is like, we're pretty close. And then if you can get a point guard in here to be able to, one, create their own offense when teams are just straight up trapping Ant at half court, like we said, that is such a disrespectful defense to throw at an opponent. And really, it's disrespectful to everybody else on the team. And they're obviously just kind of picking their poison, but getting create for themselves, but then make everybody else better. I think that's what we're all trying to see. So like, how do they do that? I don't know. And like, is Kyrie the move to just get you over the hump? And then I guess another question then I'll throw to you first, Jake, is like, how close really even are we to getting to the, like, let's say just getting to the finals? Because the West is the West, right? I know everybody congratulates the Knicks, but it's like, you beat one good team. Good job, guys. But they won the finals, and it's like, did we really think they were way better than us like 3 months ago? So, Jake, how close do you think we really even are with, let's take Julius aside, like everybody else, like how close do you feel like we are?
I feel like we're pretty close. NBA is just matchups. Like any team can beat any team depending on that. Like Knicks, like if Knicks had to play Thunder, I bet Thunder maybe win that series just because I think they match up a little better. Just the style of ball they play. So it's really tough. You just got to play the teams that you're good against. Like us against Denver, we're probably going to beat them every time. Sorry, Nuggets, but it's just the way it is.
Just going off history.
Just going off history, yeah. Just going off stats and facts.
Don't blame us. Just reporting the news.
Yeah. But no, I think we're pretty close. I think Kyrie would be like the perfect piece because we need the point guard ball handler, and we also need the veteran, the guy who's been there, won a championship, and you also need his IQ, which is another thing we're just lacking in. And he's like the complete package of everything that we need. I'm not saying it makes us an instant contender, but finals are definitely back on the table if we run the same team back minus Julius, and it's probably going to cost a little more. So it's probably going to be like Julius, Dante, and a pick or something like that. But I think that would definitely put us right back into the finals conversation.
Yeah, I would add too, just health. Aside from matchups, easy to stay healthy when you're playing the Hawks, Sixers, and Cavs. So not too tough there. But Phil, do you agree? Are we closer than we feel like we are maybe after a second round exit?
Yeah, I think so. I pretty much echo what Jake said. Like, you put not like if you have add a point guard, like if you let's just the name is Kyrie that we've been throwing around the whole time. If you add him, Jaden and Nas instantly become better because they're going to get he knows where to hit them in their spots. He's going to make the right play. Ant's going to be better because he's not going to get double teamed as much. Like it just makes the whole thing click easier, and you can run up and down with those teams in the West. And I think re-signing Io is a big deal. They got to get that done, and then probably get some sort of a backup big. I don't know if like Rudy still gets moved too. I mean, there's I don't know if Julius and Rudy both get moved, but there's just some attitude stuff that needs to be adjusted and on the team in general. You know, like that you can't keep going with this whiny attitude, and guys do that, man. Like Julius even checked in after the All-Star break, like one time? I feel like he was already thought he was out the door, and that's a killer to the rest of the team. So just subtracting him probably is a huge win, honestly.
Yeah, addition by subtraction. Yeah, the Kawhi one's interesting. We love Kawhi. We've always, unintentional comedy perspective, and like his game, like he's an ethical ball player, when he plays. The problem is like he's just had like his most games played, and it's like, God, are we signing? I feel like we're due for a nice drop off. Certainly if we pick him up. Like there's all sorts of factors of the universe that'll be working against him. But the Clippers, I think it's like, you guys got to pick a lane. They have the 5th pick, and their team is just kind of like, are you here to win now? Like what is this team? So maybe they need to figure out, like, should we go younger? If that's the like, I guess that's the problem with the Julius trades. Like, why would they want him?
It's gonna be like a 3-team trade.
Yeah, which they'll ship him to the Nets or whatever, or somebody else, and it'll take 3 or 4 teams so everybody can get what they want. But so any off the radar players that you guys have either wanted or even heard mentioned that you think could be kind of the Tim Connolly sneak attack trademark?
Just randomly off the top of my head, besides the LeBron rumors, I think that'd be pretty sick if we signed him to a vet minimum. But yeah. one random that might be available, Kyrie, probably maybe. Still not, is still like Brown from Boston, or maybe something like a Jamal Murray somehow. Maybe Denver decides that what they got isn't what it is, so we can deal with the devil on that side.
Yeah, because I mean, they definitely feel like they're in shake-up mode a little bit.
Do you have any names?
I was, again, you plug stuff into the trade machine and you can kind of quickly be like, all right, that was a horrible idea. But like the name, like Jaylen Brown, I think is a interesting name. Maybe not for us, but if you're starting to look at like 3-team trades and stuff like that, seems like they're trying to figure out a way to get Giannis. Jaylen Brown doesn't make really any sense for the Bucks to be trying to get. Like they're probably like, dude, we got to get young, and if we got to be shitty, whatever, get our picks, and we're kind of building this back up from ground zero here a little bit. But even like a Tyler Hero, like I feel like I wouldn't mind having him around. Like if depending on what my options are, like I would rather have him than Ja Morant, which sick.
That's
sick statement that was.
By the way, another team, and this might have been something to do with with Jake, you were talking about like these random names keep popping up. What's up with the Wizards? Because I keep seeing Trae Young and Anthony Davis like in rumors, and I'm like, didn't they just get them? Davis like, what are they doing? That's interesting that they're.
I don't know.
I don't even think they know. Yeah, clearly Wizards ball has not been top notch.
They got the number 1 pick. So. You would think.
the number one pick almost makes it even weirder because it's like if you would have, let's say they would have fallen like normal, like pick 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of, yeah, I guess if you have Trae Young and AD, it's like in the East, you should be thinking like even be high enough to miss the play-in. So then it's like if you had pick 6, you could like trade that for another vet or something who's ready to play now. But they got the number 1 pick. But these guys are ready to go pretty much right away. Like every draft, there's some studs out there that you can bring in. So yeah, I don't know. Because I've seen AD even like, could he end up, if we really shake things up, Gobert goes out, could we end up with AD? And it's like, what did we just say about health? That guy ain't making it through playoffs. Hell no.
Risk with everybody. Because if he was healthy, he wouldn't be where he is. Like he'd be getting paid big bucks from somebody and playing a lot. So instead, he's just getting paid big bucks and doing nothing.
Right. He's got like a punk prank show or something. Have you guys seen that?
No.
I've never watched it. I see like that it exists. Of course, I'll never tune into that. I don't know who is, but God bless you if you are. You're bored. Might I suggest some cup? But yeah, it's hard to know, man, because like we said, Tim, he works in the shadows to a certain extent, and Julius is a tough sell, I think. Last summer was maybe a little different. He had a good playoffs. He wasn't, pouting throughout a playoff series, which is just despicable. And did you see the clips from Score North? I think Mackey was talking about like reliably he can report like he didn't take well to his name being mentioned in trades, right? Which is like cry me a fucking river. Jaden and Nas were, the whole team pretty much was mentioned, and nobody else
traded, dude.
Nobody held a grudge, right? Yeah. Like I think he just gets in his feelings so easily, which is another red flag as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I mean, we could kind of go back and forth on this all day, and it's all just like, it really feels like speculation. Even the people reporting this online, aside from Krasinski, he's the homie, and he's like kind of the single source of truth for me for anything Timberwolves related. And when any news does break, it's like him and Shams like side by side, like breaking it together. So I don't know what to make of all of it other than, bottom line, Julius has to be out of here.
Right. Yes.
I don't even care. And Nas needs to be starting. Like, to me, that's where this needs to at least end up. Who we get in return, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But like you said, if we just get rid of him, it's a tick in the right direction, I think. So
yeah.
All right, let's keep her moving here. We could go Wolves all day. We'll have a lot of shit to go over with them next week. What do we have? Pick 28, I think, in the first round, which is not
for
much
now.
Not yeah.
Hey, last time we had pick 28, I'm pretty sure was when we picked Jaden McDaniels. So just saying, dude.
Yeah, that's all right. Good vibes. Good vibes. Golf or soccer? What do we want to handle here first?
Dealer's
soccer.
Soccer?
Yeah.
AKA football. Yeah, US Open. I'm not as into it. I'm going on a golfing trip this weekend, so I'm not really like going to be watching much of it until probably Sunday, but not as much research for that. But yeah, soccer round the clock pretty much. Good to have it on our times. Start with the US, man. Like that, I mean, it feels like it was so long ago, last Friday night, but quite the performance. 4-1 with all eyes on them to kind of open up the cup, day 2 of the cup. Are we feeling any different about their chances to make a deep run, Jake?
Yeah, I've definitely got a little more trust in them, a little more excitement. I know everybody's like, "Oh, you guys beat Paraguay, congratulations!" But it's like Paraguay's been playing some hot ball, some good defense, and we wouldn't drop a 4-bomb on them. So I don't know. I think it was worth it because we really were coming off of like pretty just mediocre vibes. So this is definitely a huge start, especially game 1, just to start it all off too, just to get the energy going with the team and everything. So I don't know. I think it's good. I think we're definitely got to win. Australia will be a good test Friday afternoon, which is not as sick.
What
but
the fuck are we doing? Yeah,
I know, but still, we should beat them too. So hopefully one more win that should lock up our group and/or pool and move on to the knockouts.
That was the one game that I watched the most of. Been catching clips here and there, not watching as much as you guys are able to, but it seemed like I know I referenced a little puck term. I was like, it seems like the U.S. is just on a power play the entire time. Like you were mentioning their defense, how good it's been. They're on their side of the field for like the entire time I was watching. I was like, man, this is crazy. It was really fun
Heavy
to
momentum
watch.
graph for the U.S. that game.
Yeah,
love the momentum graphs. Probably not shown enough for my tastes.
It should be just live in the corner at all times.
Yeah, check in. I know the game is constant. It's hard to cut away, but yeah, we can get a little chart up there a little more often. Pulisic though, sounds like he's day to day.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to play on Friday?
Yeah, I think so. At least maybe we'll pull the first half again like he did game 1, see how it goes, test it out, see if we got a lead or not, and then just kind of play it by ear.
Yeah, and like you said, if they do handle business, maybe then you can sit him the next game if it's really something like that. But it's like they get a week off in between. It's like our football schedule we're used to almost. So I don't know. He was saying it wasn't that serious. I know when it happened, the sideline reporter was, indicating he had, signaled to his people in the crowd that he's okay, all this. And maybe they're being a little, or there's some gamesmanship with his injury status. Again, casuals. We don't know what the rules and regulations are when it comes to injuries and stuff like that, but seems like he's pretty critical piece to any sort of deep tournament run that they might have. But yeah, 4-1. And really, it was just a ambush right out of the gate. And it seemed like they did kind of go shell mode there for a little bit in the second half. So maybe it even could have been a bigger margin of victory, right? Goal differential does matter, but it's one of those things where you're just thinking like, dude, I think I texted you guys this where you're like, man, like, can we just not lay an egg in this one? I don't care what happens the rest of this first one out of the gates. Like, please do not just completely shit the
Crush
bed.
Everything. Yeah.
Because it's easy to look back now and be like, yeah, dude, American soccer, we're back. We've been trending, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't really that way leading up. There was a lot of inconsistent play and just inconsistency with who's even available. So to come out and just be like, hey, dude, home cup, we're here. We're ready to play. So to me, that was great. But yeah, there's a lot going on with the cup. I know we've been following it, social media, just seeing the international visitors throughout the U.S.
That's been the best part.
What's some of the best ones that you've seen?
Just all of Scotland out in Boston right now has been pretty awesome. South Korea and Mexico down in Mexico City. They're about to get like best friend tattoos by the end of this thing. They've just been hanging out and partying every night. It seems like, I don't know, just everywhere we go is just everyone's just having just a great time. And everyone's just like, holy shit, like America's actually pretty dope here. It's like, yeah, well, if you just ignore our stupid politics on the left and right, everything's pretty normal here, actually.
The left, right, up and down. Otherwise, we're good.
Otherwise, we're sick. Yeah.
Yeah. Scotland has sacked the city of Boston and they have drank them dry by all reports, which is just what were we thinking was going to happen? Like, credit to them. They're kind of like my early MVP, like, fan base, Scotland. I guess they've been going around monuments within the city and putting like traffic cones on the heads of statues and stuff like that, which I guess is like some tradition they do, which is sweet. Like, please expand that throughout. I'm trying to think of what else, like really any of the American culture type of shit. Like, their first time these guys are going to a Walmart, they like can't even believe what the shit is that we eat, which I guess
like our our pop aisle. That's always a hilarious thing when they're walking down the pop aisle and just seeing all the different flavors that we have. Like, there's one guy that's just like, holy shit, they have 13 different flavors of Dr. Pepper here. This is amazing.
Like, or they're like, why? They're either amazed or they're like, why is this, like, why is Costco even bigger than Walmart? Why do you need this? And we're like, I don't know, but it's here, so I'm gonna fucking use it. Yeah, and we don't. I saw one earlier too where the guy was like, he's like one of the surprises I've seen, you know, based on what other people were saying too, or they were wondering about like the stadiums. Like they weren't thinking we had the infrastructure, and they're like, yeah, it's not soccer infrastructure, but it's billion-dollar stadiums
infrastructure
everywhere. We can put a soccer field in there for sure. So they're like, yeah, I mean, and they can't believe, they're like, this is a college campus. Like I think they had some friendlies down in like SEC territory.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically a pro stadium. All the SEC spots are, you know, to the 9 or whatever. So yeah, it's great to see. It's good getting just a different sport that everybody's kind of fired up about. It's nice, and you know, it's easy just because of the scarcity of it to get more into it every 4 years. Like if this was every year, would I be feeling the same way? Maybe not, but
probably not. But yeah.
And I appreciate, man, you know, we devote a good chunk of content around how broken the NBA is and the officiating and really the sirs across all sports. So, you know, we're going to put them under the magnifying glass. And man, I don't even know how to explain how happy I was. I think it was in the USA game, wasn't it? Where they overturned a flop. Was that in the USA game?
I think
Pretty
so,
sure
yeah.
that's where it was. I'm like, what's happening here? And they called it like mistaken identity or something. And even had a graph. And I'm like, I didn't know they were reviewing that for flopping. So I'm like, mistaken identity. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like some of the stuff
to play.
some of the soccer stuff, or you're like, do we have I see mistaken identity, and I'm like, do we have like a Morris twin mix up here that's illegally happening? Do we have someone who, like, what the fuck is this? Like,
it's a wrong kind of substitution they made or something? What's happened?
Yeah, because I think there maybe were subs going on at the time, and you know, as casuals, you know, we're like, okay, what? No one told me about this. Like, they lost. Is this like a missing persons investigation mid-game? But no, it was even better. They went to the monitor and they found a flop and they confiscated a yellow from USA and put it on the opponent. And you're like, and they did it in about 3 minutes, maybe not even. And you're like, yes, it can be done. This is how shit is supposed to fucking work. It's amazing to see like the system working correctly. Where the NBA is just like, dude, whatever. What are you complaining about? Fouls? Put it in a tournament. We don't fucking care. So I credit soccer for that. And there's other things they've done as well, which I think some of the diehards actually do not like. You know, I've seen a lot of backlash around the hydration breaks of all things.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of that too on just all the social platforms, or am I just?
Most people are hated too because they're just instantly throwing the 2.5 minute commercial break right at us too, which is not that bad, but
it's a
money grab
something
that people are thinking they're most pissed off about. But it's also destroying the tradition of playing a straight 45 minutes or until cardiac arrest for some of the players.
Yeah, we got to push for that.
Player safety, fuck that.
Yeah. So it is football.
It's an honorable death dying on the pitch.
Yeah,
we don't understand that over here.
I think some of the frustration as well is like it has been a big like momentum shifter where it's just like another like little halftime for these dudes. Where like if you're taking on water and then you get that hydration break, how about that for a nice pun? And then you can come back out and just start changing things up. Like I don't know, like it seems like the players aren't quite used to it either. So yeah, if you can get a little momentum switch, like sure, it's probably why, you know, the old school soccer fans hate it, but I don't know, man. Like it's weird because it's probably, you know, they held the last cup in Qatar where it was just hot as fuck. And it's like, all right, going forward, we got to get these guys some fucking water. It's like, dude, some of these games are like indoors. I think we're all right. Do we need to stop? And, you know, like you said, it's probably just like, hey, another opportunity to get more money, whatever. So I don't necessarily mind it. The game flows so well to me anyway, as more of an outside perspective compared to like, oh, we're going to go to the monitor again. Like, here we go. Like, it seems like when they need to do stuff like that, it's either like, you know, it's almost like outsourced to the guys, like which we would call the replay center, and they'll come back and be like, oh, that actually wasn't a penalty, so we're good. We keep playing, or they'll stop it and be like, it was, so we got to go back and award a free kick or whatever the case might happen to be. But I'm appreciating how they've addressed certain things, because we know flopping. We accuse soccer of originating flopping, and I don't think we're wrong in that.
No.
But they've addressed it. You know, they're reversing yellows. You know, if you're down or trying to, I don't know if you're faking injury or you are injured, but not really, they're like, you got to go sit out for a minute. I've seen that happen a few times, and the players are like, you know, just a caged animal, and they're not in a penalty box like we're used to for puck, as we know. But like, there are some like weird 11-on-10s that do happen out there that just, I don't know. Again, we're still trying to figure this shit out too, but it's fun to watch, man. There's just some absolute beasts throughout the world. And Jake, you said it yesterday, like that was probably the most entertaining day of games, even though it wasn't like the, you know, nail biters by, you know, necessarily, but like all the studs players yesterday were all putting up 2, and then Messi with the cherry on top at the end. You're like, man, this is fucking sick, dude. It would be nice to have America be one of the top like countries for soccer. Like, think about if we, I mean, I'm sure every podcast or every sports conversation in America about soccer from the casuals, it eventually gets around to this point where they're like, imagine if our athletes played soccer. And it's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, we know. If we cared, we would win, just like we do in everything else.
Right. I was thinking of, like, looking at some of these guys, like Harry Kane. You know, we just saw the Redcoats go out and get a dub today. They look pretty good, unfortunately. Yeah. But you look at Harry Kane, and you're like, imagine if that dude was on an NFL field. Is there anywhere you'd even notice him if he wasn't like he'd have to be like the punter or kicker? Like, right. Put that dude next to like a D lineman or whatever, but like
possibly Carson Wentz.
It's just different. Carson Wentz, he can play. Do you guys notice any other takeaways from Cup action? I guess yeah, you mentioned it a little bit. Like, why are we playing Friday afternoon?
I know.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? What's going on?
This is our soil. Yeah. What are we doing?
We should be able to pick when we get to play. It should just be prime time, Friday night, every time.
Hey, you know what? Have a tournament about it. Always works. Have a tournament about it
within the tournament. There we go.
Yeah. And then apply some tanking rules that no one.
Mini cup.
I don't think one person's read them yet, so we'll wait to see what happens. Yeah, just continuing to watch every minute I can of this. Like, I don't know. It's probably just because it is, you know, rare every 4 years, and I'm not watching Premier League, all that stuff. I've been trying to like on the side figure out like some of that, how that shit work, and I'm like, I know less even than I thought I knew. So we're back to just international only.
Yeah, the only club I watch is Welcome to Wrexham, and that's just a documentary with Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds about their team.
And it's new to me, and it's like a year old, and I still don't know it has not been spoiled for me yet.
And Ted Lasso when it comes back out in a couple months.
Yes, that's true too.
Hell yeah. All right, U.S. Open, fellas. We'll be having ongoing soccer coverage throughout this beautiful, beautiful cup. But the U.S. Open is upon us. Do you have a one and done out there? Do we even want to fucking do it? Just kidding, but kind of.
Flip a coin, throw some money on there.
What do you guys want to do first? I mean, DraftKings, I feel like we're a little, I don't know. I'm not really playing much of that this week. We kind of know I don't even know the prices, but we know the odds and who should be at the top, who's not, whatever. Should we just, let's tackle this one and done first, and then we can kind of probably talk about a lot of shit while doing that.
Yeah.
But I know we have Xander lined up, right? Xander possibly, or P. Reed. I think we're kind of the couple options we were leaning towards, right?
We're searching towards, yeah. Xander's our best available. Otherwise, we got Bryson, we got Cuntley, Sam Burns, last year's winner JJ Spawn, Wind Professional Chris Gotterup, hot player Wyndham Clark.
Yeah.
We got Hatton, JT, Victor, Lowry.
A lot of names.
lot of B's and C's out there, and then we
a
got
lot of mids.
Yeah, a lot of dusty stuff, but I don't know.
What
I
do you guys think about Hatton?
Yeah, I feel like that. Again, our strategy now. We are backed into a corner.
For sure.
What are we? Jake, you texted us this like our weekly standings over the last. It's basically like 55, 56, 54, 56, like
55, 56. Yeah, the last 5 weeks we've.
By the way,
moved
thanks
down
Justin
one
Rose,
spot.
you fucking piece of shit.
We knew that was coming. Jake, can I ask you a question though? Like, do they have the information on that shows like there's 100 people or whatever? Is there a way to check who else has been picked, like how many times, or is there anything like that, or would you?
Yeah, I could get like a overall availability left.
Okay,
we could see
for
that.
like the field, right?
Down the stretch, right?
Yeah, for all, I think we had 110 people in this, so yeah, I can show like for Xander, 38 people can still pick him.
Okay. What'd you say? 110?
112.
112 people. Okay. 38 people. So that's like a third. Yeah, that could be something interesting to come into play. For sure. I know like in my other thing that I do, a majors pool, I think almost everybody has picked Scotty Scheffler. And so I was like, well, I was kind of saving him for the US Open anyway. So it just kind of worked out. But that could definitely be just a play down the stretch if we're trying to decide between 1, 2, 3 guys. Just all right, well, who's going to be the least picked just based on who's left?
Yeah. Yeah, for chalk this week, it's probably going to be Rahm, I would assume. Then I bet Rory might be up there. Maybe Cam Young, Fleetwood. Those are going to be the chalkier guys, I believe. Then I think Xander's going to be – he might be one of the top 5 or 6 guys as well, too, which is kind of why I'm straying from him this week. I think we should go throw a dart at one of the randos, maybe a live guy, just to try and save a couple of PGA guys for the rest of the season for us.
Yeah, Hatton, from a strategy standpoint, I like that. I wonder, and I said the same last year, and he did well at Oakmont.
Right.
But what if Shinnecock turns people? It turns men into madness. Like, does he have that temperament to not just lose his shit out there? Mm-hmm. But again, that's what we thought at Oakmont too, and they're probably the 2 of the most difficult U.S. Open tracks. So yeah, Hatton, Reed, or could we just be like, dude, this is our opportunity to get a low-owned Bryson? But I feel like he doesn't even golf anymore around those greens with his 6-iron length wedges. I'm like, oh Christ, this just sounds like a fucking disaster.
He's got some like prototype driver that he's trying out for the first time this weekend too. So I don't know. It's just
is it 3D printed?
Probably.
It's from a regular printer. Yeah. And he'll just complain about it. So let's are we thinking let's narrow this down. Hatton or Reed? Or do we want to?
Yeah, those are pretty much the 2 that I'm kind of sold on. Because you need accuracy off the tee. Driver or length isn't as important. Obviously, if you can smash off the tee, you're going to help no matter what. But it's not as important this week. And then scrambling and around the greens is where it's going to be at. So, and that's Patrick Reed's game.
Yeah, and he did well here in 2018. He was in I don't know, top 10, top 5.
He's been playing. Let's see. I'm going to Hatton, but I know Reed's been decent at the first 2 majors too. So
he's a grinder too. He ain't gonna throw the fucking towel in on us.
Yeah, right. Hatton was T3 at the Masters, and he missed the cut at the PGA.
Interesting. I'm totally down for either of those guys. It doesn't really matter to me. I think they're both, like you said, they're both grinders. And that's what you need here, man. That's why I do love the U.S. Open, just because it can be just such a shit show. It can be so fun to watch.
I think we kind of hope for that.
Yeah,
it's going to be another one where there might not be a under par player this run come Sunday. So that's going to be
said
awesome.
On Golf Channel, they're live from the U.S. Open. I think there's like 3 players that have shot under par at Shinnecock for like the U.S. Open.
Yes,
like in history. I think Brooks won it. Was he +1 maybe, or I can't recall exactly.
Phil Mickelson in like 2004, whoever came in second that year, and then some dude in the 80s, I think, who won it. Was that like -1 or 2?
Yeah,
So
one of them, it was Mickelson, Retief, Goosen. I think we're in the
Goose,
same
yeah.
year.
Yep.
And then yeah, some old head, probably playing with like Persimmon Woods or whatever. I would say Reed. That would be my pick.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, I kind of like that too. Just I don't know. He's just been playing decent lately for his very minimal starts, but I don't know. I think he's gonna be low owned too. I bet Hatton will be lower. We'd probably be the only one that has Hatton, but Reed's probably only going to be maybe 4 or 5 people. So it's not like it's anything too crazy, I don't think.
Yeah, and the live angle, I guess, right? You try to burn some of these dudes if you can, but if we're not using Xander, worst case, like I don't feel terrible deploying him at the Open. He's already won one of those. If push comes to shove.
Yep. Or saving him for St. Jude or BMW at the end of the year too. We're still going to need to, if we're even close to money
if
by that
we
time.
even care.
Yeah, that's less too. But nice to have an ace in the back pocket just in case.
And I don't care if we use Bryson at all. Like the way he's fucking around, like, okay, we could have thought, probably mapping it out in the beginning of the year, you would have found one of these majors to get him into. But right now, this guy, I don't know what his issue even is. Does he even want to play competitive golf? Like, we'll see. So P. Reed's a good pick. I like that. So who did you go with for your other one? Or are you still working that out?
I'm still looking, but I got a couple names. I think I have Morikawa and Fleetwood still open. I got Rahm, but I think he's just gonna be chalky, which I can be chalky, I guess. So I don't know. I gotta dig in a little bit still, see kind of where I'm gonna be heading. I was gonna wait to see who we pick here first, but
because Rahm, you're gonna use him here or the Open, right? You're not. It's not gonna be like Bryson where you're not gonna use him. So just gotta kind of choose where it's gonna be. Yeah,
how available he is and stuff. I'll check that out. Maybe if he's like only like 40% available still, maybe I'll just toss him in then here. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Still sitting decent in that one.
Other bets or DraftKings or just other picks. I know Henley is kind of getting a lot of the steam from the sharps, and he's not like at the top of the board. I think he's like 30-1, give or take. You guys feeling him at all? You betting him?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't know. He's just burned me quite a bit, so he'll probably be there. Same with Sam Burns. I feel like he's in the same category for me right now. He's going to be lingering around Thursday, Friday, Saturday, poop his pants Sunday, and get like a T20. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
Henley,
he's going to be a who's who.
Henley, you're kind of like, I get it, but is he actually going to win? Like, probably not. Right. That's kind of the vibe I get for him. I did bet him because I'm an idiot.
Great.
Any Aaron Rye bets? Run back to back?
No, I got my Alex back-to-back majors with Rye. Oh, man. That might really get us to be soccer fans. I know, but I was like, I'm going to get me some Alex Smalley because why not?
Because I can put $1 on him and win 1,000.
Because I can in America. Yeah, I kind of hope it is more of the big dogs. Like the numbers just aren't that good. And this is how I ended up betting Spawn last year. I kind of did the same betting strategy this time around because I went into Oakmont last year and I thought Scheffler's winning this, dude. Like for sure. And he had one of those weeks where if he putted like just average, he probably would have won. But thinking that, you're like, well, I'm going to just try to find some names at good numbers and hope for the best because it is difficult.
The hot players.
Yeah. So, and then I always tail Mayo just because he's just good. Like last week, if you just follow his newsletter, he had Jackson Suber. And you're like, why would anyone ever bet him? But like this dude is well in the weeds.
Oh, yeah.
He was, I think, leading going into Sunday, which is like our 5th time not having that person convert for a dub. Sick. But like who did I pick? Like Spieth, he's been hitting the ball well. And weirdly enough, like his short game sucks where you need it at this course. But like he's a big name. He was like, what were his odds? He's up in like the 84-1 for that dude. I guess he hasn't won in forever.
That's pretty good.
P. Reed was up there. McNeely, Hideki, Big Bob, very good on difficult courses.
And in the wind.
And in the wind, exactly. So those were kind of the guys I picked out.
Yeah, there's sounds like wind, at least tomorrow's already started. Geez, yeah, Thursday. Sounds like early morning is going to be the better time slot as of now, according to the weather. You never know, but then it sounds like almost up to 40-mile-an-hour gusts by the afternoon. So P. Reed is going off, I think,
dude,
early.
For U.S. Open, that just sounds orgasmic.
It's gonna be,
it does. It sounds awesome.
And this is the course too, where like the greens got away from them, where there was just all dried out because it's all built on sand. So with wind and like 70-degree weather, they dry out instantly. So they're already talking that they might have to hose these bad boys down middle of the round just to keep them under control.
Give them a
little
water. This is where Mickelson went and hit his ball that was in motion.
Yeah,
and all the OGs were just disgusted.
all the analytics guys were like, that was probably the correct move there.
Smarter move, right?
Yeah.
That's a ball knower move. But yeah, I hope that because of 2018, they don't go way on the other side of things and be like, all right, we can't have that happen again. So let's get out in front of it.
But yeah.
But dude, like, look at the scores for the leaders. It's not like plus 10 won it. Guys are still competing. I know. I would love that.
Yeah, don't hose them down. Just let it go.
Like a beautiful round out of Patrick Reed of like a 82 on Sunday to win the U.S. Open.
So yeah, like going away.
Yeah, came from behind with an 82 and won it.
Yeah. Or like you could, like you said, I think the wind primarily is tomorrow, and then it's not like certainly not what it is for Thursday the rest of the week, but like you could shoot like 8 over tomorrow and like grind your way to making a cut and like feel like you're not out of it. Yeah, you just you don't want to have like those handful of guys that like, oh, somebody went out early and posted like 5 under and now they can live off of that for like the rest of the week, and you're just waiting for that collapse to happen. And then it kind of depends who it is that does that. Right?
Go ahead.
If it's Alex Smalley, I think we know where this one's heading. But yeah, if it's a established guy, like, hey, maybe they can hold on. But that is one of the things about golf that does kind of suck, is like sometimes the weather draw just is a monstrous factor in the way the leaderboard shakes out. And I mean, there's nothing to be done about it, but we're hoping for just World War III out there, I think. Not literally.
Oh, yeah.
Probably shouldn't say that in these current times.
Our times.
But yeah, so I think it'll be a good one, man. I'm a little disappointed I'm not going to get to watch it as much of it, but if the wind is blowing, I will be checking out tomorrow. Might have to go double TVs on a work day, dude, with Cup.
Oh,
red hot Cup action.
Love to hear.
We were talking about Mayo's bets, right? You can tail him again. Feel free to sign up for his newsletter if you want. But here's the guys he had. He was a Henley guy, who I think was maybe his, or no, he had both Fitzpatricks, but Matt Fitzpatrick was like I think the highest of the odds or the lowest, however you want to look at it. So a couple Fitzpatricks. He's a Goddard up believer, of course. Wind. So you know how we got to do it. Henley. He had Kitayama. Who else did he have? And then he had Chris Kirk, weirdly enough, who was like, oh, you can bet 5. Is he windy, dude?
Big Kirk. He's a big Kirk supporter. Mayo is.
Oh, okay.
Boy.
He's probably won him money in the past. We all have those guys, right? Spawn for me. And then I bet Brooks as well. Of course, right? Like he has a hand injury.
Yeah,
and withdrew Sunday. I was certain he was going to win this like a few weeks ago.
Same.
And he was hitting the ball great. I think I saw on maybe it was this past week on the coverage. This is his best year of his career for hitting greens in regulation. So you're like, God, if he could just putt somewhat, he's going to have a good chance. Injured. think he's gonna play,
Right.
but it's like you know how that is. We don't really fuck with
We
that
don't
kind of
have-
stuff, man.
Yeah, we're not really sitting in a situation either where it's. I bet he's still going to be picked more than Reed, and it's like, do we need that right now for our one and done? But we'll see.
We already used him, and he missed the cut.
We already used Brooks.
Yeah,
Yep.
Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Perfect
Mr.
track for him, and guess what? Shit his pants. Made 3 doubles on par 3s.
You know who's winning this week. You might as well just put $100 on Justin Rose right now.
I know, dude.
Lock it
He's
in.
going to be in it.
Yeah.
Be there. Wind.
I have to bet him. You're right.
Open.
That is.
Yeah, you should definitely have to bet Rose.
That's company
Put
policy.
that in now.
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
company
do it.
policy.
Well, I'm gonna just put a reminder. I got a system. All right, that's how I lose all this money.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so who do you actually think will win? Let's go around the horn with that, and we can be done
Oh,
with golf.
Throw dart. I'd probably go. I don't know. Maybe Rory. He hasn't been playing a lot, but he plays good in the wind, tough courses, knows this track. I think that'd be a safer bet.
Kind of under the radar,
Scotty.
like by his standards. I feel like.
Yeah, agreed.
So
Yeah,
one for Rory.
yeah. I'm gonna throw a dart and say Scotty Scheffler.
I know.
Nice.
This
Ballsy
feels
pick.
weird to- yeah, ballsy pick. I just figured this was the year. Like he just always is like there
Grand
in
Slam.
every major. He's just, and this is the one he hasn't won. So I was like, nah.
Yeah, career
feel like
Grand
that's-
Slam in play, which like no one even says.
But I'm not gonna bet him. So
because it's assumed.
go P Reed.
Yeah. I'll stick with Brooks, man. Like I don't know. I've just been on that line for this long, and it's like whatever. Of course he's hurt, but I see it, man. He's playing well. Who would you guys say that you want to win? Rory?
Yeah, well, yeah. Just a fan.
And
What?
doesn't count
Patrick Reed.
how Tong Lee doesn't count.
Yeah,
either.
Patrick
Oh,
Reed.
of course. Yeah.
Betting aside, obviously.
These
that
are
has
all
nothing to
these
do
are all
with it.
assumed, yeah. From like just as a fan perspective.
Go ahead, Jake.
I don't know. Hong Jae, of course.
I'm
If he
gonna bet
tosses him
him.
out there.
Why not?
Otherwise, I don't know. I feel like we've been backing Goddard up with this win story for so long. I think that'd be sick to see him just
Yeah.
pull one out here.
And to also be like, yes, it is true. We're not crazy, but
Yes.
other people say the same thing. It's not like we're the only ones noticing that.
I've seen some stats of strokes gained in the win, and he's near the top.
He's got a nice base. You know, he's not getting blown away by any of this nonsense on the
Nice.
greens. He's exposed greens. Phil, who do
I
you
would,
want to win besides Finau?
wow.
Is he even in it?
I
not.
didn't see his name on the slip anywhere.
Damn.
I would say like the fan in me, I would say Fleetwood. Because I think it
Yeah.
would just be awesome to see
Yeah,
him in
that'd
a
be cool.
major. So
Yeah,
I'll
he
take
was in the
John,
mix
honestly.
too in 2018. Weirdly enough, and Tommy as well. You won the tour championship, but I got to see a full field win, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not letting you off the hook just because of that. That was a 30 man tournament. All right,
Yep.
so good job.
it's a good 30
Hell-
man though.
Hell of a lot of money. Yeah, and
Yeah.
and it was about as good of a 30 as you can get. But we got to see a real one. I would be cheering for maybe. I kind of want to see somebody break through and get their first major. Some of these dudes, like like a Ludwig, potentially to kind of be like,
Oh,
all
that'd
right,
be
dude, I'm
fun.
here. And it won't fit at this course, but like Hovland, what happened to that dude? And we were kind of throwing his name out, and then like Saturday, like just rises right up the board, and you're like, dude, we can't do anything right in this fucking one and done. But yeah, Hovland would be another one. I bet him too, but like Bob Mack, he could get
Oh, yeah.
on
I like
on the
watching Bob.
board.
Big Bob.
I'm trying to see who else as I go down this list. Just some of those guys.
Jake Knapp hasn't been playing great, but like
Si Woo.
you're talking about a first timer. Like that would
We're
be
always
pretty sweet.
cheering for Si Woo. I don't think he
Oh
comes,
yeah.
but
Oh, any of our South Korean cats out there, I'm down for any of them.
hell yeah. And I guess even Spieth too. Like it doesn't for him though. Not even it doesn't have to be like, dude. Can you get back to just being good? Like it's crazy how some of these guys just like even like Tom Kim. You know, he burst on the scene and he's just like, all right, whatever. It's down in the low sevens. Like who cares? All right, we'll follow up next week with U.S. Open. You guys have any other golf takes or anything you want to get off your chest here?
Nope.
No, just ready to watch the chaos that ensues.
Hell yeah!
I know. I want to
just be a bloodbath. It's gonna be amazing.
I want the press conferences after to just be spicy. I want a bunch of pissed off white people mad at the USGA or whatever. It's like, dude, one a year. You know what you're getting into.
Yep.
Man, the fuck
and next
up.
year, Pebble Beach,
Yeah.
U.S. Open. So can't fucking wait for that.
Rotation is good. West Coast. I like those prime time.
Yes.
Major. We get to watch those into the night.
Teeing off tomorrow at like 6 a.m, so they'll be off early.
Yeah, another reason to maybe
WD.
Yeah, limit the DK exposure. Like, shit, waking up on the wrong side of the bed with Jason Day in a back of or slamming the back of his trunk before I might just keep my
DK exposure to Showdown on Sunday when I know I'll just be watching anyway.
Yeah, I did the $5 thing we do, Jake, with those dudes, and then I just did a 12 single. I'm like, I'm not even gonna watch it, so whatever. So I'll probably win.
Yes. Definitely have one in the mix.
Let's go shout outs. Somebody can do Kat, somebody can do Olivia, and then I'll just shout out some random shit.
Yeah, shout out Kat, get in the ring. It's pretty dope. Love to see it. Not a hater on the guys who leave that get rings. That's awesome to me. They've been awesome people. So just seems like a Wolf thing for sure, but it's all right. Everybody in our era has gotten one, except for I think Al Jefferson was like in Al Jefferson era, no ring. But everybody else has got one. Good for them. I don't hate on it. Love to see it, especially Kat, everything he's been through. So it's also weird, like kind of rooting for the Knicks, being a New York team, but like they've been just
a fun team, I think.
Through the gauntlet too for like 50 years, man. They've had like good teams and just weird injuries, and I don't know. It's just been hell for them. So I don't feel too bad for them because they're still New York. But at the end of the day, it's like, fuck, man. I get it. I'm glad you're out of the darkness for once.
Yeah, we can relate.
So, yeah. I think the most tortured fan base now might be the Vikes after the Knicks got their championship.
Yeah, because you have to like kind of measure it on you can't just be shitty like if you're just bad all the time, then that sucks, but your hopes are never dashed. And that's where you got to thread that needle. The Knicks have done it, like you said, and Lord knows we've seen it with them perp.
And two quick things with the Knicks before we move on. Jalen Brunson, a little respect for him, man. Like he really showed out in the playoffs and like showed me that he's not just I know he gets a little floppy at sometimes during the regular season, but he's a dog, dude. And good for him.
I didn't think he was resorting to that much at all.
No, honestly. I don't think so either.
So credit to him for that. And last thing I'll say about him quick, he takes a bunch of charges, which most of the time you're like, dude, but if you're 6 feet tall, he's playing the hand he was dealt. So I have a much longer leash for dudes that are like undersized where that's their only option. As opposed to like you see 7-footers down there taking charges and you're like, dude, fuck this.
and the last thing I'll say about that, the real hero, big shout out to Danhausen. You know, he really
laid the groundwork.
Pretty crazy that happened the way it did. So that's pretty cool.
He's asking for a 1-day contract, so hopefully he can get that and then get a ring.
He deserves it.
That would be hilarious. But yeah, dude, just to circle back on your point earlier of like the Minnesota people, like there's no reason for us to have ill will if you didn't force your way out of here. Like, so why, like if you were a dick about it, you're like, I'm out of here. I don't want to play. Yeah. That's perfect example. Yeah. Perfect.
Can't win without him. And all three dudes on that team have rings: Teague, Wiggins, and Cat now. And Jimmy's just sitting at home with his weird self. Right. Drinking his coffee. Fucking loser.
Drinking his 8 coffees a day.
He is, man. I kind of just, you almost wonder how it's like the butterfly effect. If we would have never traded for him, how things might have shaken out.
Or if he was just a complete asshole and we got to keep him and build off that team, what could have been too?
Or that.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, we probably never end up with Ant if that's the case. And it's like, all right,
yeah,
whatever.
That's the way I always see it. So I don't care how any of it turned out. We have Ant now, and the future's never been brighter, hopefully.
Phil, do you
Not that it
want
was
to
ever.
speak to Olivia?
What is there to say? She's just every week we just come on here and we're like,
MVP.
man, she doesn't like slow down. She's just every time. I finally got a chance to really watch the game against Vegas. Was
So
that
good.
Saturday night?
Yeah.
She's hitting clutch shots. Sir's got a little foul happy for Vegas at the end. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. But she's just so fucking awesome, man. Like what a great thing for her to fall to number 2, because hands down should have been number 1 pick. So she keeps getting better. It doesn't look like she's falling off, and she's got that she's got the dog in her too, where she'll just bark at opponents and stare them down, and I fucking love it.
That last game, Cheryl ended up getting a technical, and then like 3 plays later, she drove in for a layup and just started staring down some person, and it just got teed up instantly too, just full of energy. It's awesome.
And signed to Adidas now, so hopefully some stuff with her and Ant coming.
Olivia
in the
is
future. Yeah,
I saw she was wearing like his new shoe, like the low. It's not the actual AE2, but whatever that newer version they released like kind of towards the end. I'm like, all right, what do we got here? Like it's nice to keep it within the fam or whatever.
Yep.
I looked up on Kalshi just now, WNBA MVP odds. What took so long? It's just a clusterfuck. She's not even on there. So that and Fee is. So you're like, all right, what's going on here? And they were all like 90-1. I'm like, man, I got to get an Olivia bet here, but I'm trying to pull it up on FanDuel.
Where's her rookie of the year number? That's what
minus $8 trillion. All right, I'll have to do some investigating. Maybe I'll tweet out if we can find something, because she should be like in the top 3 or 4 at this stage, right?
Yes.
Best record in the league, and she's the best player on the team right now, as far as I can see. You know, she's basically the offense at the end. Like you said in that Aces game, they were like, give her the ball. Couple of sick layups, got an and one, and then knocks down a 3. The only thing missing was like she did kind of like the step back, maybe not the one you want to dial up there, but you're also kind of like, damn, man, if she would have hit that is a fucking resume moment right there against the champs. So some of it's you're like, hey, you know what? I ain't gonna kill you for taking that shot in game 12 of the season. Whatever. She's again rookie, so it's all good. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I got anybody to shout out. I usually save this moment to rip on Adam Silver.
Yeah, fuck you, Adam Silver, piece of shit.
So guess what I'm gonna do? No, we'll call a truce this week, bud. You got the draft.
Fuck that.
I'm coming for you next week. I know you're gonna be on stage, just being a greasy snake in the grass. Moving it to a Tuesday, or we're still a 2-night draft. Is that another sick idea? Cool. I think we're all
so watch
excited.
Tuesday. It'd be good to go.
Yeah, and even
probably be a tournament next year.
Isn't it crazy? Like, obviously, this has to do with the success of the Timberwolves, but like, man, the draft was like our biggest night of the year.
Yeah,
and now it's just kind of like
fucked it up every time.
And second biggest night was draft lottery.
You could argue that was actually one.
True.
But then you could argue that it isn't, because we know how this is going to go. We're going to fall the maximum 3 spots, and it's shit is fucked. All right, gang. Any last words before we depart?
Go P. Reed.
Did we see that the KD commercial for his new shoes that dropped with Drake today?
Oh my God.
He's on Nike, and then Nike's just taking another shot at Ant. It was pretty funny. I bet KD had to write it, but Drake comes out the box talking about these purple shoes, and everybody else wants some new purple shoes. Like, there's like 4 kids in Minnesota that ask Ant for them, but who cares about that? Then he cuts back to KD just smirking. I think it was just hilarious because KD and Ant are just buds, obviously. So I bet he's like, I got to get a dig on him on this because it's Nike and Adidas. So it was pretty fun. You should watch it.
But he doesn't want to play. With Ant. So that's also.
Doesn't want to play with Finch.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about I did see it, and it was just a cringy Drake what 30 seconds. You're like, dude,
have you seen Drake before?
Yeah, I know. It was a tough one. But it's hilarious to me how Nike, like you're gonna be out here trying to talk shit and you're just repurposing old Zions that you threw a coat of purple paint over, and you're trying to think these are sick. I have a pair back here I could pull up and show. It's just like if you look at the KD, the new one, it's just like a Z across the side. You're like, what the fuck is this? And doesn't stick out because the whole shoe is purple. And I think all of them are going to just be like a one color. And you're going to be trying to talk shit to Ant. They're feeling the heat from Adidas, I think.
Well, they've been talking their shit as well too. So it's just answers back. It's fun though, just to see a shoe war going on. Yeah,
it's back and forth. And Nike's been like, they've swung and missed a lot recently. And I know they're probably kicking themselves for not getting Ant, he's a number one pick that you're like, we're good. And they had Zion and Luka and Tatum and all these other rando dudes that are like, yeah, good players. They don't have personality. So then I think yesterday Nike owns Converse, but they're like, we're taking SGA. We're taking ownership of this. We need them. You're Nike now.
Yeah, another great personality. Sick brag.
Yeah, they really got Nike's doing great stuff right now. But yeah, and also too, like they didn't really save the Vikings, but like the purple Minnesota, I'm like reading between the lines there, and I'm just kind of like, I'm like, you know what, fuck you guys. Not cool, man. And Adidas, whatever they come back with will be 10 times cooler, and the shoes will be better. I think we know that, but yeah, that was a good one. All right, KD, we see you, we hear you. How was the playoffs? Nice job, bud. Couldn't be bothered. All right, that was a good one to end on. Next week, big draft. We'll probably pod after the draft, whatever. Like all 3 nights of it. We're not watching all that shit. So we got Cup to watch.
We got hot Cup action.
The Cup has never been hotter. Thank you, Scott. I think we got to all be cheering for Scotland too, just to stay around. Don't leave.
Yeah. Can't wait for that. I want England to be here too, just so they have to witness our 4th of July, the big 250 coming around. I think that's
hell
awesome
yeah!
Too. Hopefully they play and lose that day too. Would be just even better.
What if it's USA England?
That would be so sick on the 4th.
Oh, dude! I'm sure we'll
be the most watched sporting event in the history of the world.
Yeah, it could be. That'll be
hopefully
sick.
Silver gets those numbers to inflate them too.
Well, did you see the numbers? NBA 48 trillion. Watch the finals. By Silver's metrics. Yeah, a little lower than their projections, but still good.
Yeah.
Still pretty good.
Hoping to get out of the trillions, but it's all right. There's always next year. Keep growing the game.
Next year. Grow the game. More flops, more fouls, more reviews, more tournaments, more rules, more oversight.
More shitty lottery.
Yeah.
More teams. Right. Move the most to the east.
Yeah, let's add more teams. All right, fellas. Good stuff. Next week, we'll be back. Go USA. If you can watch in the afternoon. Good luck to you. USA. Peace. We'll see you next week.